Hi everyone, this is a quick demonstration on how to set yourself up for the virus removal task. The scenario is that a customer has brought their computer in for you to fix. They're saying that it's a bit slow and it's been doing some weird things. So you decide to investigate and you find that the machine is riddled with viruses. Now this virtual machine represents the client's computer. It's quite big, so once you've downloaded it, you'll need to extract it. So I'll just do that right now. And it might take a little while to extract. While it's extracting, you can set yourself up a help desk ticket to represent this problem. So what you'll need to do is determine the problem, diagnose any issues, do various scans on the system, report any identified viruses to an appropriate person, remove any viruses that you find, and make sure you document everything into the help desk system. Now the key to this task is partly your documentation. So once you've scanned the computer, you need to document symptoms, you need to document any viruses that you might have found. It's good to look up the name of the virus and find some details about how that virus operates and document that on your ticket. Anything you do to the machine, make sure you provide some sort of documentation. So this would be screenshots or explanations of any work that you've done on it. Very important to have a detailed documentation in your ticket on the help desk system. So anyway, I've unzipped that into this folder. I'll double click on that. I've got a Windows 10 infected folder here, and inside there is where the virtual machine lives. So if I were to double click this blue icon, it should load it up into VirtualBox for me. So a couple of things to note in VirtualBox. Because this is a virtual machine full of viruses, we don't want it crossing over to our main system. Even though the likelihood of that happening is pretty low, we still want to take some precautions. So make sure that networking is disabled on this virtual machine. Make sure that USB is disabled. We don't want it to infect any USB devices you've got plugged into your computer. We don't want to have any shared folders between the host and the virtual machine. And then just confirm that all the other things are looking very similar to this. It should all just work straight out of the box, just straight out of the zip file. I've allocated 2 gig to this virtual machine of RAM. You might want to modify that depending on your system. Everything else seems to be set up pretty well. All right, so I'm going to run this virtual machine now and we'll see what happens. Here we go. So it's booting into a normal looking Windows 10. I'm just going to ignore these warnings. All right, so here we are. It's an evaluation version of Windows 10. And the client is saying it's acting slow and doing some weird things. So I guess your first job is to investigate. Try and use the virtual machine and see if you can recreate any of those symptoms. I'm going to just load up Task Manager in this machine, just to give you a little bit of a heads up. And I'm going to look at the performance. Okay, so I guess there's your first clue. This machine is sitting idle with no programs running, and we're at 100% CPU usage. So you've got a range of tools you can use. You've got some pre-boot scanners and various other inbuilt Windows tools to use. So I wish you luck. Enjoy. So to add to that, there is also a Windows 8.1 machine that is full of malware and viruses. You can download this one as well. This one is also about 4.5 gig or so. And you'll have to go through the same process. So create a help desk ticket, investigate the problem, and document every little thing that you find. So screenshots, information from the web, anything that you find that might help explain the problem and diagnose the problem. Even look up what the viruses do. So I'll just quickly wait for that to extract, and then I'll load up this virtual machine as well. Great, now that that's done, I'll jump into the folder. We'll see I've got our Windows 8.1 malware machine here, and I'll just double click on the blue icon, and that will load it up in VirtualBox. And I'll just confirm the same settings. So I've given it 2 gig of RAM. What else have we got here? We've got our hard drive, got our sound. Networking is disabled, very important to make sure that that's disabled. USB is disabled. Shared folders are disabled. So just confirm that your settings are the same as this before you start the virtual machine. Away we go. I'm just going to put this in scaled mode so that I can enlarge the window a bit. There we go. So this should be booting up into a normal Windows 8 machine. And the password for this one is just password. Oh, no, it's not. Ah, it's password 1 with a capital P. There we go. Super secure. So once you've logged in, you can just investigate the client's problem and see if you can use a range of your different tools and your skills to remove the viruses and determine what's wrong with this particular machine. You can already see there's a fair bit going on in this one. So lots of spyware, lots of malware, lots of viruses for you to remove. Right, well, I'm going to shut this machine down. I'll let you investigate that. I'll just sign out. So have fun. Make sure that you create your help desk ticket for each one. Document with screenshots and with as much information as you can provide about each issue that you find, and have a bit of fun with it. Thanks. Bye.